Bitcoin mining. What does it mean, how is it done, and how to make money with it? This and much more in today's video. Hello and welcome to the Business Class, your YouTube channel, where you learn all about the topic money. Although money and wealth are not everything, you barely get anywhere without in our modern day society. Seemingly everyone nowadays wants to be rich, famous and live a life in wealth, but of course not everyone will manage to do so. However, if you are determined, focused and working hard, you will be able to achieve your goals. So do no longer waste your potential, do no longer wait for your luck to happen from alone, improve yourself every single day and you will soon start to see the fruits of your success. With my videos, I want to provide you with motivation, knowledge and inspiration, so that you can reach your goals as fast as possible and make the best out of your life. If you have general interest in content about topics like make money online, stocks, luxury and lifestyle, subscribe to the channel and press the bell button, to not miss a single video. Also write a comment with your suggestions and wishes, which content you would like to see more often. And now let's start. What is Bitcoin mining? Bitcoin mining is the process of generating new Bitcoins by solving puzzles. It consists of computer systems with special chips that compete to solve mathematical puzzles. The first Bitcoin miner, as these systems are called, to solve the puzzle receives a reward in the form of Bitcoins. The mining process also verifies transactions on the cryptocurrency network and makes them secure. For some time after Bitcoin's emergence, it was mined on desktops with conventional central processing units, CPUs. However, this process was extremely slow. Today, cryptocurrencies are generated by large mining pools scattered across many regions. Bitcoin miners pool mining systems that consume large amounts of electricity to mine the cryptocurrency. In regions where fossil fuels are used to generate electricity, Bitcoin mining is considered environmentally unfriendly. Therefore, many Bitcoin miners are moving their businesses to places with renewable energy sources to reduce Bitcoin's impact on climate change. Just as gold is mined from the ground using large tools and machines, Bitcoin mining uses large systems such as data centers. These systems solve mathematical puzzles created by the Bitcoin algorithm to generate new coins. By solving computational mathematical problems, Bitcoin miners verify transaction information, making the cryptocurrency network robust. They verify transactions as small as 1 megabyte, the size of one block. Theoretically, these transactions take only one transaction, but could be in the thousands, depending on the amount of data each transaction stores. The idea behind verifying information about Bitcoin transactions is to prevent double spending. With printed currency, counterfeiting is always a problem. Typically, however, when you spend $20 in a store, the bill stays in the hands of the seller. With digital currency, however, this is not the case. Because digital information is relatively easy to copy, the risk with Bitcoin and other digital currencies is that a user can make a copy of their Bitcoin and send it to another person while keeping the original. Bitcoin transactions are aggregated into blocks and added to a database called a blockchain. Full nodes in the Bitcoin network keep records in the blockchain and verify the transactions that take place in it. Bitcoin miners download the full history of the blockchain and collect valid transactions into blocks. When a block of collected transactions is accepted and validated by another miner, the miner is rewarded for the block. Bitcoin halved its mining reward, from 12.5 to 6.25, for the third time on May 11, 2020. The block reward is halved every 210,000 blocks, or roughly every 4 years. In 2009, it was 50. In 2013, the reward amount declined to 25, and in 2016, it became 12.5. In Bitcoin's most recent halving event, the reward was changed to 6.25. Another incentive for Bitcoin miners to participate in the process is transaction fees. In addition to the reward, miners receive a commission from any transactions contained in their transaction blocks. When Bitcoin reaches its planned limit of 21 million coins, Expected around 2,140, miners will be rewarded with a transaction processing fee paid by users of the network. This fee allows miners to still have an incentive to mine and maintain the network. The idea is that competition for this fee will keep fees low after the halving event is over. What are Bitcoin mining math puzzles? At the heart of Bitcoin mining is a mathematical puzzle that miners must solve in order to get their rewards in Bitcoins. This puzzle is called proof of work and refers to the computational work expended by the miner in mining Bitcoins. Although mining puzzles are often referred to as complex, they are actually quite simple and can be described as clues. Miners on the Bitcoin network try to come up with a 64-digit hexadecimal number, called a hash, which is lower than the target hash of Bitcoin's POW algorithm SHA-256. The miner's system uses considerable combined effort, combining multiple computational blocks, producing hashes at different rates depending on the block and guessing all possible combinations of 64 digits until it comes to a solution. Systems that guess a number below the hash value are rewarded in Bitcoins. To illustrate this process, here is an example. Suppose you write down a number from 1 to 100 on a piece of paper with an idea in mind and ask your friend to guess it. Your friend doesn't have to guess the exact number, they just have to guess the first number that is equal to or less than your number. If you guessed the number 19 and your friend answered 21, your friend loses because 21 is greater than 19. However, if someone guesses 16 and another friend guesses 18, the latter wins because 18 is closer to 19 than 16. Simply put, the Bitcoin mining math puzzle is the same situation as above, only with 64 hexadecimal digits and thousands of calculation systems. What are economics of Bitcoin mining? After all, Bitcoin mining is a commercial enterprise. The profits generated by the output Bitcoins depend on the investment made in the raw materials. The three main costs of mining Bitcoin are as follows. Electricity. Your mining systems are powered by electricity, which is available around the clock. It can add up to a sizable bill. When you take into account that the process uses as much electricity as some nations do, the costs can add up to be quite high. Mining system. Despite what is commonly believed, desktop computers and standard gaming systems are not suitable or effective for Bitcoin mining. Such systems may become overheated as a result of the process, which may also affect home networks' bandwidth. The main capital expenditure for Bitcoin miners is application-specific integrated chip (ASIC) systems, which are specialized machines for Bitcoin mining. Such machines can be purchased for anywhere between $4,000 and $12,000. A single ASIC-equipped system only produces enough money to buy one Bitcoin, even with such high costs. The 64-digit hexadecimal number needed to solve a hash puzzle is produced by mining pools made up of thousands of ASIC systems that operate round the clock. Network infrastructure. Bitcoin mining does not noticeably depend on network speeds. It's crucial to have a continuous, non-interrupted internet connection, though. There should be latency from nearby mining pools on the connection as well. Dedicated networks minimize latency and lessen reliance on external resources. The process of syncing transactions does not always halt when a device goes offline. However, it may lengthen the process and make errors more likely after a connection has been restored. For miners to profit from their business, the sum of the costs for these three inputs must be less than the output, in this case, the price of Bitcoin. The thought of creating your own cryptocurrency might be appealing given the skyrocketing price of Bitcoin. Contrary to what advocates for Bitcoin may claim, mining cryptocurrencies is not in any way a pastime. It is an expensive endeavor with a high chance of failure. It was demonstrated in the section on mining difficulty that there is no assurance that you will receive Bitcoin rewards even after investing a lot of money and effort. One solution might be to combine mining hardware and operate a small Bitcoin mining operation. The unstable prices of cryptocurrencies, however, put even these companies at risk. Small miners will be forced out of business if the price of the cryptocurrency plummets, as it did in 2018. At that point, running Bitcoin mining systems will no longer be profitable. The activity is made even less appealing by the 4-year decline in the number of bitcoins awarded to miners. The activity is now dominated by large mining companies with operations spread across several continents due to the significant difficulty inherent in the economics of mining Bitcoin. Mining pools are operated by Antpool, the largest Bitcoin mining company in the world, in numerous nations. However, their valuations are still quite low. A lot of Bitcoin mining companies have also gone public. How much electricity is required for Bitcoin mining? The majority of Bitcoin's brief existence, its mining process has remained an energy-intensive process. China, a nation that generates the majority of its electricity from fossil fuels like coal, was the center of Bitcoin mining during the decade following its launch. Unsurprisingly, environmentalists who blame Bitcoin mining for rising emissions are concerned about the activity's exorbitant energy costs. Some estimates claim that the electricity used in the mining of cryptocurrencies equals that of whole nations. However, proponents of Bitcoin have published studies that assert that the cryptocurrency is primarily powered by renewable energy sources. It's important to keep in mind that these studies are based on suppositions and self-reported data from mining pools. For instance, a 2019 CoinShares report's assessment of the Bitcoin mining ecosystem includes several assumptions about the power sources used by miners. Bitcoin mining's history. The evolution and makeup of Bitcoin mining as it exists today are a result of two developments. The first is the creation of unique Bitcoin mining equipment. Finding the correct solution before another miner is dependent almost entirely on how quickly your computer can generate hashes because Bitcoin mining is essentially guesswork. Desktop computers with standard CPUs dominated Bitcoin mining in the early days of the currency. However, as the difficulty of the algorithm grew over time, it started to take a while for them to find transactions on the cryptocurrency's network. According to some calculations, it would have taken several 100,000 years on average, using CPUs to locate a valid block at the early 2015 difficulty level. Graphics cards, also known as graphics processing units, were later discovered by miners to be faster and more productive than other mining devices. Nevertheless, they used a lot of electricity for individual hardware systems that weren't actually needed for cryptocurrency mining. Although a type of GPU known as field programmable gate arrays was an improvement, they shared the same shortcomings as GPUs. To mine Bitcoins more quickly and effectively, miners now employ specialized machines called ASIC miners, which are fitted with specialized chips. They can cost several hundred to tens of thousands of dollars. Since Bitcoin mining is currently so competitive, only the most recent ASICs can be used to mine Bitcoins profitably. The cost of energy consumption actually outweighs the income produced when using desktop computers, GPUs, or older versions of ASICs. Even with the most modern device at your disposal, one computer is rarely sufficient to compete with mining pools. Groups of miners who pool their computing power and divide the extracted Bitcoin among themselves. A little hint for you: if the content of the video is important to you and you want to benefit from it in the future, you can easily save the video to your playlist or click on Watch Later, so that you can watch it again at any time you want. Or, if you don't watch this video as a logged-in member, just save the video as a bookmark in your browser, to always have easy access to it. The composition of the Bitcoin miner network has been impacted by Bitcoin forks as well. One block of transactions is verified every 10 minutes on average due to the scaling difficulty levels, 1 in 16 trillion odds, and the vast user network that verifies transactions. The 10 minutes are a goal, not a requirement, though, so keep that in mind. With transactions being added to the blockchain every 10 minutes, the Bitcoin network can currently process just under 4 transactions per second. Visa can process transactions at a rate of about 65,000 per second, by contrast. However, as the network of Bitcoin users expands, the volume of transactions that can be processed in a given period of time will eventually outpace the volume of transactions that can be made in that same period. If the Bitcoin protocol isn't changed, waiting times for transactions will start to increase at that point and keep getting longer. Scaling refers to this fundamental problem with the Bitcoin protocol. Although most Bitcoin miners agree that something needs to be done to address scaling, there is less agreement on how to proceed. To address the scaling issue, two main solutions have been put forth. Bitcoin developers have proposed either adding an additional, off-chain, layer that would enable quicker transactions that could later be verified by the blockchain, or increasing the number of transactions that can be stored in each block. The first option would speed up transactions and reduce costs for miners because there would be less data to verify per block. The second would address scaling by increasing block size so that more data could be processed every 10 minutes. A program that would reduce the amount of data required to verify each block was approved by a vote of Bitcoin miners and mining firms in July 2017, which together account for about 80% to 90% of the network's computing power. The Segregated Witness, or SegWit, program is what the Bitcoin mining community decided to add to the protocol. The words segregated and witness, which refer to the signatures on a Bitcoin transaction, are combined to form this phrase. Consequently, segregated witness refers to the process of removing transaction signatures from a block and attaching them as an extended block. Although it may not seem like much of a solution to add a single program to the Bitcoin protocol, it has been estimated that up to 65% of the data processed in each block of transactions is made up of signature data. A hard fork was started by a group of miners and developers in August 2017. Less than a month later, in order to create a new currency with the same codebase as Bitcoin. Although this group acknowledged the need for a scaling solution, they were concerned that using SegWit technology would only partially solve the issue. The second option, which involved increasing the number of transactions that each block could store, was chosen instead. The new currency, known as Bitcoin Cash, increased the block size to 8 megabytes in order to speed up the verification process and support up to 2 million transactions per day. Do you need to mine Bitcoin? Bitcoin mining is an expensive hobby without any guarantees. You'll have to spend a lot of money on high-priced equipment, run it non-stop, and pay a lot of money for electricity. You still cannot be certain that you will make money with Bitcoin even then. Is Bitcoin mining green? Climate activists have criticized Bitcoin as being unsustainable due to its high energy consumption during mining. According to estimates, mining Bitcoin uses as much electricity as entire nations. Bitcoin mining should become more environmentally friendly as the world shifts to renewable energy sources. Conclusion. Customized mining systems compete to solve mathematical puzzles during the energy-consuming process of Bitcoin mining. Bitcoin is awarded to the miner who solves the puzzle first. The process of mining Bitcoin also verifies and authenticates transactions on the cryptocurrency's network. Although desktop-based individual miners played a part in the early days of the cryptocurrency, today's mining industry is dominated by big mining firms that manage mining pools that are dispersed across many different regions. Considering how much energy is consumed, Bitcoin mining is also contentious. Numerous miners have relocated their operations to areas where electricity is generated using renewable energy sources as a result of growing awareness of climate change. And if one day, you want to build up your own business or you have one already and want it to grow much bigger and faster, always have in mind that starting a successful business and earning money takes time. You need perseverance and a lot of stamina. It's like you growing a small plant right from the seed. You never know how fast it will grow, how tall it will get, and how many fruits you will be able to collect. It is the same with every business. Some work great, some flop, and some could become very successful. But people way too often resign much too early. So follow my advices, try out different methods, and sooner or later, you will find the one that suits you the most, that fits best to your skills and knowledge, and you will have a well-earning business. No matter if you want to make money online, by affiliate marketing, drop shipping, or even stocks, everything is possible. And even though growing a business and making money can sometimes be a lengthy and tedious issue, it's all worth it at the end. Just stay focused to your goals, work smart and hard, spend your time and resources effectively, be persistent, and sooner or later, you will have success. You will reach your goals and earn enough money to live the life you ever dreamed of. I hope this video was helpful for you and I was able to impart knowledge to you. give you new ideas, or simply inspire and motivate you to change your life in a positive way? If so, please leave a like and write me your opinion and content requests in the comments. If you have general interest in content about topics like make money online, stocks, luxury and lifestyle, subscribe to the channel and press the bell button, to not miss a single video. Thank you very much for your interest and especially for your time. And hopefully, we see us in the next business meeting.